Well, you join me down on a private water which I have been kindly offered a place to fish it for the weekend. A friend, Andrew, he's invited me up here, and we've got the lake to ourselves for the weekend, which is going to be absolutely great. I've literally just turned up after a 3.5 hour drive, and he will be along shortly to join me. But as soon as I pulled up at the first swim, I see a fish slosh out sort of halfway across the lake, and I just put the drone up, and oh my god, there is a lot of fish out in front of this swim. So I think this is exactly where I'm going to spend the night. I'm going to get this rod out quickly because they're obviously out there feeding. It's clouding up, and we're just coming into December at the moment, and you've got to make the most of these situations. So I am going to go straight out with a maggot rig, and hopefully, you know, the hard bit's done already. I found them. So yeah, let's get a rod out. With the fish out in front, I literally didn't have time to muck around with the camera equipment. I thought with short spells of feeding at this time of year, it was best to get the rod banged out onto the area. Literally, just seconds after the rod was put on the rest, it bust off. Get out! Oh god. I couldn't believe after just minutes of fishing with one rod that I had a carp in the net, and not a bad one at that. I held it in the net as Andrew was kind enough to get me on this lake and was shortly to arrive, and I thought what a way to start the session together with a lovely upper 20 mirror in the net. Look at that. That's not a bad one to start, that's for sure. Pucker. With Andrew turning up, we made sure to get all the rods out onto the area. Then we had a look at what was sulking in the bottom of my net. Cold. Look at that. After 5 minutes of being here, one rod out there in open water, and managed my first fish from the lake, and not a bad one either. There you go, biggie back. Yeah, high 20s possibly, but yeah, a real good start. It's lovely to be off the mark and catching fish. It's going to be December in a couple of days, so it's nice to be out here getting amongst a few, and yeah, to catch one of the maggots is epic. So yeah, really pleased with that one. We'll get her back, and hopefully a few more over the weekend. Good start, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Can't moan at that.
Oh mate, that water is cold.
Yeah, but it's Baltic.
Nice. Good for a winter's night. So, slip her back. Off she goes. Honestly, that is cold. Mate. That is proper cold. Nice. Right. Let's have a beer then, shall we?
Well done, mate.
Cheers, man. Get them old Nelsons out. With the carp safely returned, we sat down to have a few beers and a bit of food. But with the long drive, I was quite exhausted, so we decided to turn in early and get ready for what tomorrow had in store. The night was pretty uneventful, and with the wind really pushing into the opposite corner of the lake, I thought I would get around there with a couple of rods and give it a few hours. Sweet. And I got the old power barrow, look, off I go. Off you go. See you later. I've just literally pushed around to the other side of the lake because there was just nothing out in front of me. After I had that fish yesterday, they seemed to have moved off, and it was quite sunny as well yesterday afternoon, so I think they were out there in that shallow ground. But yeah, I've seen absolutely nothing today, so I've just put 2 rods on the barrow, pushed around there, and I think I'm going to have a little go from this swim. Only because Andrew's got one of those contour maps that he's sent to me, and out in front of this swim there's quite a little, well, there's a little deep hole out there, which, as I'm not seeing anything, as we're not picking up any liners around the lake, I think that's probably worth a good shout for a couple of hours, because they might just be sitting up in there. So that's what I'm going to do, ping a couple of rods out onto that spot, and yeah, hopefully something comes along.
That's got to catch something.
Got it, isn't it?
Resist that.
It's never the same if you don't fucking put a fresh load on. Sweet. Finally, mate. We're into one. Been trying today, haven't we?
Definitely.
Now we're fishing. One rod on the spot again. Let's hope it's a kipper.
Hopefully.
Come on, Del, almost. It's in, though.
Yes.
Not textbook, but it's in. Sweet.
Well done, fella.
Cheers, mate. With that fish resting in the net, I put that rod back out into the kill zone, and before I knew it, the rod was away again. I think we're away. I definitely didn't do my line that time.
No.
That's fish. I've literally just put it out. It's coming good now, boy. Coming good now. I said last night, didn't I reckon the afternoons. It's absolutely perfect conditions for being winter. Every fish I've had so far, every take's been within like 2 minutes to put the rod out. And then a massive dull spell in the middle. We're 2 in the net, are we?
Yeah. Can't complain at that.
Got all the weeds in it.
Yeah.
Great.
Nice. Well done, mate. Again. Another one.
You can't write it, can you?
No.
You literally can't write it. All those rigs that I made earlier, they're all gone now. Another half decent one, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's a good fish, that one. Honestly, I don't know what's happening at the moment. The last half an hour, haven't been able to keep a rod in the water. I've got 2 in the net, and the literally just put it back out, and it's gone again. But unfortunately, found a big old weed bed out there and managed to shift the hook. So that's a bit unfortunate. But I think I'll get the rod back out because that spot that I found seems to be producing. So yeah, it was worth moving around here for the afternoon. I'll get them out in a minute as soon as I put that rod back, but yeah, what a buzz. Here we go. This is the smallest one out of them, and he just will not stay still. But yeah, that's probably mid-20s. Yeah, I've been quite lucky with the stamper fish that I've been having. But like I say, it doesn't take that long. When you get them going in the winter, you can get one after another, which is what's happened here. So, rod's back out on the spot. You never know. Right, let's get this one back. This one's been sitting out. Look at all the leeches on it. Here's the second one. We thought it was bigger, but I'm not sure if it is. I think the other one was definitely heavier, but this one went 26 pound dead on, and yeah, still a buzz to be getting amongst them, but they're really not happy fish. I think we just slip her back and yeah, see if we can get some more through the night, and hopefully Andrew can get something.
I hope so.
Join the party.
Yeah.
But yeah, lovely. Number 3 of the session in 24 hours, so not bad for a first time on this water. Yeah, it's especially as it's almost December as well. So, but yeah, they seem to like the naturals in here. As you can see, the light's fading now. I've only got one rod in the water, and my bivvy's over there, so I better get cracking because I'm going to get caught out, and there'll be no rods out there. So, catch up with you later. It's always very short spells of feeding at this time of year. That's why you have to be as quick and efficient as you possibly can be to make sure that you can get the most out of it. But with that area being the one, I moved my kit around to that swim for the night, just in case they decided to switch on again. The light faded fast, and again we sat there with a few drinks talking carp into the night. Before I nodded off, I hoped that by morning Andrew would have a carp waiting in the retainer for shots. And that's exactly what I woke up to.
Finally, it took long enough.
That's it. Better late than never.
Took its time, didn't it? £29 on the nose. We're chuffed with that. Little change of spot. Solid bag pinged out there with a little relish wafter out. Slip this one up.
Nice, well done, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Even though we had managed a few on this trip, we stuck it out for a few more hours with Andrew having another and myself a couple more. But on this occasion, they were quite a bit smaller, so we decided to just slip them back.
There we go.
It was a very good trip for that time of year, so we decided to just pack up and call it a day, just in time for the rain to set in, as I had a long journey ahead of me. But for sure, I'll certainly be going back to this place if I can. A mega winter water set in the most superb surroundings. If you guys have enjoyed my video, then please remember to hit that subscribe button and drop us a comment. It really helps out. 2024 has been a mega year with the time I've actually spent on the bank. But next year, there's some big changes coming for me that's allowing me to really push my angling and filmmaking. So if you want to come on this journey, you know what to do.